Each sheriff's office is tasked with keeping up with the registration of the sex offenders. With that comes the task of making sure that the sex offenders' addresses are registered correctly, their phone numbers, any online identifiers such as email, social media, anything that they may use is correct. Sex offenders have to come in different times of the year. They come to the sheriff's office according to their registration status. So if somebody's aggravated or a recidivist, they have to come in once every 4 months to the sheriff's office. If they're none of that and they're on the registry as a regular sex offender, then they'll come to the sheriff's office once every 6 months. However, it's also required by statute that at least annually there is a home visit by the sheriff's office to validate and make sure everything's accurate with the registration. Yeah, so while the deputies that are in here that will be going out and checking today are actually off-duty deputies. So we still have the patrol deputies that are doing patrol, but the off-duty deputies will also be looking for any criminal violations or any crimes that occur while they're out checking these sex offenders' residences. The sex offender will give us an address, and when we go out, we will knock on the door and make sure that talk to the sex offender and make sure everything's accurate. Now, we do have some sex offenders that state they're homeless. If you search the registry, it'll state homeless. We require the homeless sex offenders to give us a detailed location of where they're actually sleeping, where they're staying. So if that's under a bridge, then today the deputies will be going out under that bridge trying to locate that sex offender to verify that that's actually where they're staying. By statute, if a sex offender moves, they have 3 business days to update their address. So if we see any potential violations today, that'll be my task in the coming up week to investigate to see if we have any criminal violations on the registry. If anything is inaccurate, such as their address, and they haven't reported that change to us, that'll be something that I will be investigating and potentially looking at charging a registration violation for. A registration violation is a felony, so they will be charged, they'll be arrested, fingerprinted, put in jail, given bond, and then they'll eventually have a court date where they'll stand in front of the judge, have to answer why they didn't stay up to their registration requirements. Some of the sex offenders, if they're listed as an aggravated recidivist or a lifetime sex offender, there's a portion of those that have satellite-based monitoring. They have to wear an ankle bracelet, and it keeps up with where that sex offender's at 24/7.